All right, good morning. Uh, we're not going to do too much today. It's Sunday. And we've had this Mardi Gras time, and we had a parade day for yesterday and a ball yesterday evening and another parade yesterday. So I'm a little tired and got a little bit of brain fog going on. So we're going to kind of just piddle a little bit. And Daytona 500 is coming on later this afternoon. But we want to get a little bit done, so I figured what's a little light duty. So I figured let's take a look at making these little patch panels and see what we can come up with. So first thing, I'm just going to take some measurements and then go look at those pieces that we pulled out and see if we can find some suitable little pieces to put in there. So let's just start with this big one first. .13.5 by about 22. So let me go see what we got. Here's the two pieces. This was the bottom and here's the top. You can see there ain't much out of the top. So we'll set it back aside and work off this other one. So I should be able to get my piece out of here somewhere. So I'm gonna measure it out and see what we come up with. Okay, I got you back here in the storage yard where we're gonna cut this patch panel. This is back where I keep my boat trailer and my utility trailer where we're gonna be working. So let me flip you around here and show you what we're gonna do. All right, here's our big panel. And the good Lord is smiling on me this morning. I needed 22 by 13.5. That's just a smidge over 22. So I'm just gonna go 13.5 and cut that out. I've got it sitting on a piece of scrap plywood where the edge, it's just shy of where I'm cutting. Right on this cut, I'm just cutting out this little line right here. Then I'll reposition and cut along by 13.5. So let's do that. All right, I think I got you set up where you can see. Oh, well, hang on, watch that cord. Oh, let me get down here. All right, I'm gonna run this to the shop and just put it on my wheel and just take these little sharp burrs off. Then we'll go take her up there and see what she looks like. All right, did I mention the good Lord was smiling on me this morning? When I cut this panel and was just walking away after turning the camera off, I said, I might have made a mistake because I did not consider where these corrugations on our patch panel would be in relation to the camper side. So odds were this would be scrap, and I'd have to try to get the rest of that, see where it lines up so the corrugations line up, then mark where my cut should have been. But I said, well, let's look out here and see what it looks like. And when I do that, right there, that's where she lines up. And as you can see, it's pretty dadgum close. But see, there's a joint here in the original siding that we don't have, and that throws us off here. So thinking out loud, heck, the thing to do might be to go look at our pieces again and cut me a patch that has the joint in it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So maybe I've wasted a little bit of time, but I think I've figured out a better solution. So let me take a look at that. All right, so I ran into a dilemma. I went and got my pieces that we cut out. And here's this is that bottom lip that the other piece slides up under here. And so I get it up here all right, what can I do? So I get up here and line this joint up. See, then all your corrugations line up. And I'm dadgum, I'm too short. All right, let's slide her over this way. Line it up that way. Dang, perfect width. And we got the darn hole right there. So, I went and got the boss lady and showed her our options. And what she has directed me to do is use this original patch panel, but line it up here at the top. Knowing that it's not going to line up from here down, but again, we're going to be wrapping, a window casing around here. So the bottom definitely will be covered. Top may be most likely as well, but since we're going to do it, that's the way we're going to do it. Trying to match the top as close as we can, knowing the bottom will be covered. So I'm going to take some of our screws out and get it loose, and let's kind of massage this around and see what we can come up with. All right, let's loosen our screws up. Oh, we got this. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out too. Pick this one up a drop. Okay. attach right there where that joint is, so I need to detach that so I can slide this under. Okay. All right, so we got that staple loose. Yeah,
I thought you weren't working today.
I'm just fiddling. I'm not doing anything big.
What do you want for supper? Quick. All right. Come on, quick. Come up to the rack when it was flushy. Come on, quick.
All right, I'm just trying to get it where it's got about the same little bit of reveal or overlap on both sides.
Are you on film? Oh,
Yep, and that's about as good as I can get it. All right, so let's cut out to wrap this, and then we'll figure out how we're going to attach it. Let me just bring you up here where you can see good. You can see how we got our corrugations lining up, and there's just a little bit of reveal all the way around. I didn't want a lot because I didn't want a big, overlap. So now I'm thinking, okay, how do I attach it? We've already got these screw holes that were here. So I think I'm just going to put a couple exterior screws back in a few of these holes just to hopefully provide enough compression against the header to hold this piece. I'm not really putting any screws in this piece right now. I'm going to put a couple just to hold it steady, hopefully, while I can then mark to cut out and get it wrapped, and then I'll put a couple screws in. So let's attempt that. All right, here we go. Let's put a couple screws in. This is going to be a little delicate. I don't want to fool with it too much or it'll come out of the place I'm in. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of overlap. So let's give it a whirl. Let's put the first one right here kind of in the middle. as you can see, we got a little spot right here that's not behind. But that'll be behind the molding again, so we're not gonna sweat it. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of mark it out where we can notch it, put a little angle in the corner and wrap it. All right. All right, so remember that's our opening, but now we need to add our wrap. So this is what we cut. First layer off. Cut my corner in. All right, got my hammer and my mallet. All right, let's pop a couple screws in it now. And I need to put these others back. Get a couple more screws, and I need to get that plastic from a different angle. There we go. I'm not gonna put these back because I'm gonna work on that panel. Okay. Let's work on this underneath. ain't no good. Let's put another one right here. All right, so here's what we're left with right now. Of course, I still have to clean it up, and I'm gonna get my hammer and kind of just tap around and try to straighten out some of these edges. As you can see here, like I said, our original cut was perfect dimension, but when I shifted it up to line up, I ended up just a grunt short here. But again, we'll all be covered with trim. All right, so I'm gonna love tap on this a little and clean it up, and then we'll look at this one. All righty. I think I need to come back and put a screw right there. All right, let's clean it up some. All right, we're just gonna hit it with our trusty DeWalt sander and 60 grit sandpaper. Just clean it up.
My wig and stuff in here?
Man,
My wig and stuff still in
I don't think so. Miss Yaya's looking for a wig. All right, let's take a look at it. All right, so like I said, all we did was just kind of clean the edges. A lot of this had old caulk, you know, where it was sealed. But now what I will do is just put a little silicone sealant around that, just as a little added protection. But I'll wait till we do that one, so we do both those at the same time. All right. I'm on. For somebody, again, I ain't never done this and don't really know what he's doing, I don't think that's half bad, considering it's all gonna be covered up anyway. If it wasn't, then yeah. All right, so let's just take a look at getting a little wrap on this one. All right. Okay, so taking a look at this little patch panel, I said, well, let's don't make the same mistake again. Let's get our donor panels up here and match our corrugations up. And we end up with another little dilemma. There's really not a edge on here that's wide enough. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut me an edge. And line it up that way. So let me kind of cipher in my head where we need to make our cuts. All right, okay, we're back here in the back. We're gonna make our first cut to give us a good long straight edge here to work on off of. You probably can't see it, but I got my straight edge and marked me a little line here. All right, let's go hold our new panel up and kind of see where we need to cut it this way. All right, we're back with the panel. I'm just gonna hold it up and kind of get a quick and dirty idea of where we might need to make our next cut at. All right, so for us to slide this, we might actually be able to slide it up under here. Well, wait a minute, no we're not. Because we have, our patch panel is jointed. So again, I get outside the joint. You see, I'm kind of limited on my choices. See, I can make my corrugations line up here until I get to this joint, and then I'm off. So I think what I'm gonna do is work off of this lip, slide it up under here. That's gonna leave me a gap here. But I will just have to deal with that. So Let's put our panel about where we want it. And mark where edge is. We'll come up 1.5 inches. Cut it so we can wrap it. All right, let's do that. All right, y'all may not can see this, but I've got my line for the window edge drawn, measured 1.5 inches to mark where we cut to wrap. So let's do that. Remember, I don't really need to cut this side because this is a joint. So once I get this cut, I should be able to kind of slide this out. All right, I haven't cut all the way through. All right, let's go take it and take a look. All right, we got our patch panel, so let's see what we got going on here. All right, if I'm gonna get this slide under, I gotta get this back out. It may be hard to get it up under there. Let me get a screwdriver. If I can pry this little joint open some. See, even your little jobs can get complicated and turn out to be a little aggravating. Something you think would be simple turns out to be not so simple. All right, our other patch panel we tucked underneath. If we wanted to tuck this one underneath, we'd have to notch it out. So this could slide under this, and this tuck back under. I don't know that it's that critical. I think I'm just going to put it down right there, and like I said, we'll finish this edge, caulk it, and it'll be covered with trim. So let's put a couple screws in and get it attached, and then we'll move on to wrapping it. It's attached here. I probably don't even, let's put one right here. All right. Mallet time. Okay, before we get too far carried away, I'm gonna want to put another one here. And I want it up under here. So I'm not gonna attach these yet till I figure out how I'm gonna put up under, over, around. Let's figure that out. And just a little quick kind of showing you how I figured out what I was doing. Just move this around, as you can see, lining up the corrugations. And when I look down here, here's a good edge to try to line up with. So you see I'm right on that line. And then here, I'm gonna have enough little reveal that I can tuck under here. And then this extra length is just the wrap. So, you've seen me cut before. I'll go cut this and be right back. All right, we're back with a little patch panel. All right, again, I'm gonna take a couple screws out. But no, I'm not, because this is gonna wrap over. So all I need to do is pull this one back out a little. I need at least one screw there. Again, it'll be covered. Mexican jumping bean. All right, mallet time. All right, let's put some screws in the side. First, let's replace these. You know me, or if you do know me, you don't know me. Some of you might. That's bugging me. So I'm gonna cut me a little piece just to slide back here and cover it. All right, hang on. All right, now cut me a little sliver. All right, I gotta take some of the screws I put back in out. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's put some screws back in. As far as anything to hold this, I think I'm just gonna put one. Well, I'll probably need to put it right there. Alright. I'm gonna put it right there in that screw hole. Alright, because our corrugations don't match, we got some odd looking stuff going. We got a couple screws I haven't replaced. There again, that's bugging me. Oh, let's pick this up. Might as well use the existing screw hole. And I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright, let's get the sander and clean it up just a little bit. Almost forgot to turn y'all on. Well, there you have it. Not the prettiest work in the world. And I do not know if I've done a thing to help it. But I don't think I've done anything to hurt it. So I will put some silicone caulk around these joints. And then I think we'll call it a day for a Sunday. All right, we'll see y'all back next time. Bye.